So here we see the case problem one for Pine Hill. We continue to use the database that we worked on the last case problem. And for this one we ran a lot of queries. So a query is something you go into the Create tab up here. You go to Query Design and you see that the table pops up and asks you, from which tables do you want to pull your data. So if you choose, let's say we wanted to do something between contracts and teachers, we can choose those two things and we remove that. And then all down here, these columns basically show us, what we might want to be comparing. So let's say we wanted to know some information about the teachers, and we could run it by their last name. See, that pops into the first column. Their ID, and let's say their lesson costs. And then you would come up here to the exclamation point and run your data. And then it shows you, oh, here's the teacher, and there's their ID number, and there's their lesson costs. We also learned how to add a sum. Let's say if we wanted a sum or a total of these, we can go back into our design view, and we see this sum number here. We can add sum. We go down to the group by, and let's say we do a sum, and then we run it. And we get the sum of the lessons as a piece of the data. So let's see. In this one we did current guitar lessons, and we created the design so that we could have alternating colors, which makes it so much easier to read. I think everybody sees that. This was done by the last name of the student and their ID there, and we also filtered the contracts so that they were only between July of 2013 and later, and then the sum of the lessons was added. This was some of the earlier stuff that we did. So we learned a lot about how to do queries, which is pretty cool. You can really do a lot of comparisons with the large database. It seems pretty straightforward. It's a little slightly more intuitive than Excel, but still, well, for me it's a struggle just because of the technology. I'm on this ancient PC down in my basement that's not very friendly and has been giving me a lot of trouble, but away we go. We're learning, and I feel like I have a pretty good handle on the Access material. So yeah, that's it. That's the case problem one.